Hola amigos, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Emma Bennet and I write contemporary romance and the occasional children's picture book. Thank you so much for joining me today for this very sad story time. So let me get into what has happened. So a few weeks ago, I was needing to write a couple of synopses and I was complaining about it dreadfully. One of them was for my book Centre Stage, which I wrote the first draft of during NaNoWriMo. So I'd spoken to my editor about the fact that it was with beta readers and she wanted to know more about it. And then there was the other book, Her Girl Friday, which I was working on last year and I stopped working on it in order to do NaNoWriMo. Now, Centre Stage, I was really happy with. NaNoWriMo worked brilliantly for me and I would definitely be using that in the future. Best drafting process ever, amazing. It meant that the story really stayed in my mind. The characters were, I feel, well rounded and it worked like a charm. But His Girl Friday, I was struggling with. It wasn't coming together. I wasn't feeling that I was in the characters' heads, but I did know what I wanted to happen. I did have an outline. Writing a synopsis for it wasn't actually a huge problem. I wrote it and I sent it off. So my editor got back to me. She really liked Centre Stage, so that was great. But basically, she found all the flaws in His Girl Friday. So my editor is absolutely brilliant and I trust her judgment completely. And every single thing that she said was absolutely 100% true. It's just, I think sometimes when you're in the middle of writing a book, you can't necessarily see the wood for the trees. So I knew that there was stuff that wasn't right about it and I knew that there were things that weren't working, but I couldn't actually look at it and go, okay, it's definitely this, it's definitely this, it's definitely this. Or maybe I could see that there was a problem with one aspect of it, but I thought, okay, maybe I can work around that or I can fiddle with it. And she was absolutely brilliant. She said, yeah, okay, so this is no. And she made some absolutely brilliant suggestions, which were so helpful, absolutely unbelievable. One of the suggestions, though, is that it becomes a Christmas book. Yeah, so I have written a little Christmas book before. It's my novella, Snowed In for Her Wedding, which is the sequel to my book, The Green Hills of Home. But yeah, I don't really write Christmas books, but it turns out that I am now, and I need to get the completed manuscript to my publishers by the beginning of April. Yeah, so I'm going to be a little bit busy this month, definitely. It's a big change. It wasn't even going to be set anywhere near Christmas. The book was actually going to be set during the summer, but I think that setting it at Christmas will help with the timeline. It will bring the characters together and the ending is just going to be really brilliant. I am so excited about the ending. So yeah, I took all of her suggestions on board. I wrote another synopsis with all of those suggestions in there, sent it back to my editor, and she came back and said that yes, there we go, like that's what she was looking for. Brilliant. So I guess I've just got to write it now, but the point of this video, other than just giving you a little update, is that if you are a writer and you do receive some criticism like that, either from an agent or from a publisher or even from one of your readers, I think sometimes we can be a little bit precious about our work because it's really important to us and because we work so hard on it and it's like our baby, isn't it? So sometimes when somebody says, oh, I don't like this or I don't like that or this doesn't work, it's very easy to kind of bristle and go, oh no, I think they're wrong. But when it's somebody that you trust their opinion of, and you know that they want the best for you and for your book, it's so important to try to step back from your feelings about your work and properly listen to what they've got to say. I'm not saying that they're going to be right all the time, but maybe there's some truth in some of what they say. And in this case, it was just so helpful to have an editor who is just so brilliant. When I'm self-publishing a book, obviously it's much more down to me. I have plenty of feedback from readers, but I don't have that editor who can point me in the right direction in a way that I don't feel that my readers necessarily can, because although they are readers of my genre, and although sometimes they're writers of my genre as well, none of them are actually an editor or a publisher. And so they're maybe not looking at it from the marketing point of view, from it being part of my brand, as well as getting the story to really work. So I'm just so glad that I have such a fantastic team at my publisher who are willing to take the time to really look at my stuff and to help me to improve as much as possible. And I am so excited to be working on this book and making all the changes, even though it is going to be a completely crazy rest of the month, but I will try to keep you updated. I've got lots more information coming for you soon and some announcements, so make sure that you look out for those and subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss any of these announcements. Thank you again for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.